I remember my dad took us to McDonald's the very first morning they had breakfast.
With so many McDonald's locations, there are bound to be a few that stand out. So let's explore the 10 most unique McDonald's restaurants in the world. Train Station McDonald's.
Can you tell me where I might find platform 9 3/4?
9 3/4? Think you're being funny, do ya?
You've probably eaten McDonald's in the car a few times. Why not take your Big Mac and fries to the next level by eating them on a train? At the McDonald's in Barstow Station, you can do just that. Barstow, California is positioned halfway between Los Angeles and Las Vegas and serves as a significant transportation hub for cars, buses, and yes, trains. As a result, when Fred Rosenberg, a local businessman, established a truck stop on the outskirts of town in the 1970s, he planned the plaza to resemble a train station. The first tenant of Barstow Station was McDonald's, which Rosenberg also controlled. According to folklore, he won the McDonald's in a card game with Ray Kroc. The interesting restaurant is housed in a historic railway station which hasn't been utilized for its original purpose since 1955.
Great Scott!
Several wagons were put on dead-end rails with dining rooms inside. The restaurant's major area is housed in the station's reconstructed structure. Wonderful dining halls have been created in the ancient cars for the restaurant's visitors, transported to the distinctive atmosphere of California in the mid-20th century. Highway Overpass McDonald's.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you?
No, it's not a mirage. You'll notice an arch-shaped building rising up and over the highway if you're traveling along the Will Rogers Turnpike in the little Oklahoma town of Veneta. It was built in 1957 as the location for a restaurant called the Glass House, with windows for viewing the automobiles below.
I'll have the Big Mac, please.
Great joy.
It now houses a different restaurant, a McDonald's, of course. It's not just any McDonald's, though, but one of the world's most unique McDonald's around. This highway McDonald's is the largest in Oklahoma and was once the largest in the world. A convenience store, gift shop, artwork, sculptures, and instructional flat screens have been added to the structure, which was remodeled a few years ago. The outer arches used to be painted yellow to resemble the iconic McDonald's golden arches, indicating what was inside to all passing motorists. The arches were repainted a neutral hue during the refurbishment, most likely because McDonald's is no longer the only restaurant in the center. Today, there's also a Subway. Montana's National Park McDonald's.
Come on, let's go for McDonald's.
Yes.
McDonald's is certainly not the first thing that comes to mind when you think about national parks and the great outdoors. If you visit Yellowstone National Park in Montana, though, all of that will change. A rather strange-looking McDonald's is just outside the park's west entrance, a stone's throw from the Montana-Wyoming border, and it does its best to blend in with its outdoorsy environment. The structure resembles a massive rustic log cabin, complete with bear sculptures and photos, a wooden McDonald's sign, and a "Please do not feed the wildlife" sign that you almost surely won't see at any other McDonald's location. While the atmosphere of the restaurant may be enticing, the menu prices may not be.
Bring me an apple pie!
This McDonald's, according to multiple customers' reviews, is rather pricey. As one reviewer put it, this was the world's most expensive McDonald's. At least it appears to be. So it looks like you pay extra for the view. Arizona's Turquoise McDonald's.
Go all out for the Kickin' Tex-Mex stack. Available until the 12th of June.
You'll adore the McDonald's in Sedona, Arizona if you like Southwestern flair. Instead of the customary golden arches, this location's building is adorned with turquoise flashes of color. McDonald's did not choose to do this. Their hands were forced to do so. Sedona is surrounded by gorgeous scenery of mountains, red rock, canyons, and pine woods in the heart of Arizona.
Fancy it?
As a result, the city has enacted laws to ensure that structures do not obstruct or detract from the natural beauty of the area. The city of Sedona thought the McDonald's outlet with its bright yellow M would be out of place when it was built in 1993. McDonald's decided to repaint all of the restaurant's arches in a gentle turquoise blue to better blend in with the surrounding environment. If you're driving through Arizona with a McDonald's craving, you'll probably find the difference of color refreshing. Even if it looks odd to the eyes, your stomach will be satisfied. New York's historical landmark McDonald's.
I fancy the New York stack. What's that? 2 beef burgers.
Long Island's lovely suburban village of New Hyde Park is home to what many have dubbed the most gorgeous McDonald's in the country. Built in the 1700s, the restaurant is housed in a Georgian-style mansion. The structure was once a prominent family's farmhouse, but it was abandoned and fell into disrepair after serving numerous other purposes over the next 2 centuries. The land was purchased by McDonald's in the mid-1980s. However, people were opposed to the historic structure being demolished to make room for a fast food establishment. They were successful in their appeal to obtain historical landmark designation for the restaurant. McDonald's agreed to renovate the 2-story structure and keep its 1920s style facade, which includes white pillars and painted shutters.
Slam dunk.
During the planning phase, the location was designed to fit in with the surroundings in which it was being developed, and has since taken on a very distinct and beautiful 1920s style that attracts customers from all over the country. The location first opened its doors in 1991 and has remained operational ever since. So if you're looking to visit an upscale, classy, and vintage McDonald's, the New Hyde Park location is a must. Georgia's Green McDonald's.
It's well documented.
Where's it documented?
Commercials
are not
jingles.
documentation.
Yes, they are.
McDonald's was founded in the 1940s, long before the terms climate change and green technology were coined. To say the least, times have changed since then, and environmental issues have taken center stage. As a result, we have structures such as the McDonald's in Savannah, Georgia's Abercorn Common. The environmentally friendly restaurant has over 1,000 square feet of windows, an energy-reflective roof, of course painted yellow to stay on brand, and was constructed using mostly recyclable materials. Gary Dodd, the franchise owner, has stated that it's a joy to own the world's greenest McDonald's, and that they save a large amount of money on energy bills due to the unique construction of the building.
And it's delicious.
The Savannah store is 20 to 30% more energy efficient than a normal McDonald's. It makes sense to go green for a restaurant like this because not only does it save money for the franchise, but also allows the workers and customers to enjoy a more comfortable and eco-friendly fast food experience. Maine's Mansion McDonald's.
Not bad.
Freeport is one of Maine's most popular tourist destinations. Located on the Atlantic coast, it's filled with stunning ocean vistas, seafood restaurants, and outlet stores. But it's the fact that practically every property has a quaint colonial design that makes this town so alluring. Locals were concerned when McDonald's wanted to open up a restaurant in Freeport's historic 150-year-old Gore House establishment in the 1980s. So McDonald's decided to collaborate with the community, since their anxiety was less about a fast food restaurant coming into town and more about the sights of gigantic arches dominating a classical Victorian-style mansion.
That looks really good.
Eyes closed, please.
Sorry.
McDonald's had never done something like this before and went about the process in a true collaborative way, getting feedback from town officials before starting any construction and allowing various changes to their normal building plans. As a result, a archless McDonald's has emerged, devoid of the normal overt branding and advertising. The structure is a mix of old and new. It boasts colonial-style buildings, including a fireplace, and is decorated with historic images of Freeport. But it also has modern amenities such as touchscreen ordering kiosks and, of course, a drive-thru. New Disney World McDonald's.
The most magical day ever.
It's Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary celebration.
In 2021, Disney World celebrated its 50th anniversary, and the famous amusement park couldn't let the occasion pass without introducing a new, cutting-edge, environmentally friendly McDonald's on its premises. The restaurant is a perfect fit for its mystical setting, as it looks and operates differently than any other McDonald's in the world. The Disney World restaurant is the first McDonald's to be net zero, which means it generates as much energy as it consumes.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah!
More than 23,000 square feet of solar panels, natural ventilation, rainwater redirecting surfaces, LED lighting, low-flow plumbing fittings, and a large living green wall are among the architectural and engineering features that make this achievement possible. Don't forget about the bicycles either. Guests can burn some calories after a big meal outside on stationary bicycles. The energy generated by these bikes is fed back into the restaurant, where it is used to light the space and charge customers' phones. McDonald's even intends to use the property as a test outlet for future sustainability ideas. McDonald's Global Headquarters.
This week, get a taste of Chicago with the Chicago Supreme.
McDonald's relocated its headquarters to Chicago in 2018 after nearly 50 years in the suburbs of the Windy City, Des Plaines specifically. The 9-story structure has a 700-seat conference center, a work cafe, a fitness center, and multiple outdoor terraces. However, those are only available to the staff. The rest of us may have a good time on the main floor, which is home to a one-of-a-kind McDonald's open to the public. The Experience of the Future restaurant spans over 6,000 square feet, offers a modern design, self-order kiosks, table service, mobile ordering and payment, outdoor seating, and an Australian McCafe with skilled baristas. All of this sets the Chicago location apart from others across the world.
Everybody stay calm.
But it's the restaurant's food that sticks out the most. With a rotating menu of McDonald's foods from around the world, the Global Headquarters Eatery maintains true to its name. Hong Kong's mixed spicy chicken sandwich, Australia's cheese and bacon loaded fries, France's matzo salad, Canada's poutine, and the Netherlands' Angus Maestro burger are among the menu offerings. The restaurant even includes a global map with golden arches that light up when a country's cuisine is on the menu. But don't worry, iconic McDonald's dishes like the Big Mac, Quarter Pounder with cheese, and Chicken McNuggets are also available. The oldest McDonald's in the world.
Burger Crossing.
Burger Crossing. Burger Crossing.
You may not have heard of Downey, California, but the town, located just outside of Los Angeles, is the home to the world's oldest McDonald's restaurant. This was the 4th McDonald's to open in the United States, but its 3 predecessors have since closed, making the Downey site the longest surviving McDonald's. It is, without a doubt, a throwback to a bygone era. Ray Kroc designed the style and feel of the McDonald's we've all come to know and love. The Downey location was never required to undertake the branding alterations that have become synonymous with Mickey D's, since the owners signed a franchise agreement with the founding McDonald's brothers rather than Kroc. You won't find the famed golden arches here. Instead, you'll find one massive, narrow arch.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
There isn't a Ronald McDonald or a Play Place anywhere to be found. In fact, this burger business would be unrecognizable if it weren't for the McDonald's moniker. This restaurant was later purchased by the company in 1990, but it has kept its old school feel. There's also a small museum on the premises containing historical items. The menu is the only thing about this McDonald's that is modern, with one tiny exception. Despite the fact that McDonald's began baking their apple pies in 1992, the Downey location continues to deep fry these wonderful pastries. Stick around, leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and tap or click on another great video.